stay off the weed. Stay off the weed. And you can't stay off the weed. You ain't getting busted for using weed. Stay off the weed. You can stay off the weed. Stay off the damn weed. And they don't listen.
When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind. Your fiance is going to lose her mind. Your mother-in-law is going to lose her mind. Your mom is going to lose her mind. Several of your sisters and female relatives are going to lose their mind. Go elope. Trust me on that. Go elope. Because basically every female in the family is going to terrorize you guys until it's over. Once it's over, I mean, they'll be upset for a few days, but it'll be over. And then, you cruise along, have a happy marriage, have a happy life.
I'll pass along the message. Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Trevor, unless he's crazy, is totally on my side. And trust me on this. If Trevor doesn't have the sense to do that, tell him to call me, because, I mean, he needs to do. I told all my kids, I'll give you $10,000 extra if you elope. So far, they haven't done it, but I would, too.
I'll have him call you, for sure.
All right.
Hey, here we go. Daddy, what is hot? Hey, turbo, hey, kid. Daddy, what is hot?
So far, that is what it feels like right now. It's very much recreating what it is. After 311 America.
Okay, but listen, I still beat both of y'all. I know that.
Nobody won. Jada was trying to win the thing. You talking about you could. So all these people that filled that bracket, you just trying to beat me and Joe.
That's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters. You gotta take hold on.
What this man got now? He done got him a crowd or something, Joe. Nah.
Let me talk about it. And still.
What keep you motivated though? Because like people like you don't ever get tired. Tired of what? Winning?
All right. Why? Nick Saban retiring? Huh? Nick Saban retiring? What? It's all. Yes, it is. Oh no.
I'll tell you, quarterbacks, you get all the good looking eyes of the world, beautiful woman. Wow, he's AJ's doing some things right down. So you're a youngster in Alabama. Start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard.
What we've told our guys was let's study that thing and then get busy. Like a homely girl on a honeymoon. Busy. We want to be busy.
Went to Chicago yesterday.
Thank you, brother, go. Oh, don't smoke with him. Thank you, brother, go. He's serious. I've been to Charlotte twice. I've been to Raleigh. Twice. Raleigh. Okay. Close enough. That's how you say it? How you say it again? You for real? But it's spelled R-A-L-E-I-G-H. Raleigh. That's Raleigh. Close enough. Don't worry about it. Yeah, she was nice too, huh?
We can't wait for kickoff, but we got to practice a little bit. I want these guys bouncing around today like a pogo stick on Viagra.
Shut up texting me this. My team is losing right now. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it.
People talk about how talented they are and what a good team they are. They're consistent. They play well week after week. They didn't win the lottery to win 10 games.
Watch out. It's the cover. Who give up yards? We do. Who missed tackles? We do. Who let tight ends run free? That's us. Third and long? First down. Every time. Who can't stop a screen?
Yeah, me too, Jack. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Say the Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
You smoking dope. You got to be.
And I had to go back and replay this because what the f is she crying for, boy? Bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up.
You're still alive.
Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
We just won. What was the score? 31-14. Stephen A. Watch him out.
Oh, shit. That's a good sound clip for the season.
I look at the computer said, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Because I be saying so much about it, especially like on our team, and people love to blame the player so much. They be like, oh, he's just not what he thought he could be. And in my head, I want to tweet out so bad is, when are we going to stop saying it's players instead of saying, or it's coaching, or scheme? Like, why would the scheme ever suck? Why would the coaching ever suck? Like, people don't realize that, bro. There be a lot of like, BS that be going into this league. Like, that people don't realize, like, you think I want to be doing the BS? They telling me I got to do it. Like, he has to overcome another obstacle. So I'm going to support him. I'm going to lift him up. And I'm going to beat up for him. Because I see the way he fights. I see the way that he works. And I know who he is as a person. And that's all I have to say to address.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we're so far past that, to be honest with you. That's obvious. I mean, you just want to piss me off going this week.
And I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. What the fuck is going on? I got my hat on. I got my jersey on. I got my forces on. I got my swag on. I done prayed to my Jesus. Everything, what it?
Ever going to be there, but you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah.
We here. We're here. Demarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
Girlfriend grabbed the phone. Got that phone right back. You get your phone, dog. You get your phone, dog. That was the play of the season. Every man at the house was going, get your phone, dog. Get your phone, dog. CD Lamb.
Well, now we look at our 10-day forecast. It's looking a little bit like those Dallas Cowboys. It's peaking in the 90s.
I really like the Eagles.
Stop saying that. We want the Cowboys to win.
No, I want the Eagles to win.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do. I want the Eagles to win.
Keep saying it.
When healthy, still a player who will be a part of this
The Eagles on offense are like a good boxer. It's like they just jab.
I want the Eagles to win.
And then all of a sudden you start creeping in and trying to make plays and stop Saquon. You want the Cowboys to win?
Now your hands
Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG, Eagles fly.
Y'all today. Go Birds. About to spank y'all today, too. Enjoy y'all package, though. Take this down. I'm about to lose. Fly, Eagles fly.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
I don't know.
Is he going to school tomorrow?
No, I ain't making it.
That's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. You gonna aggravate it with the gun. I'm gonna talk to that. I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna listen. Damn. You getting your ass out here, you finna block. I ain't blocking. No, you getting your ass out here, we finna block. I ain't blocking. Blocking a date. I'm not blocking.
Hey man, how's it going? You Jake? Yeah. Okay. Hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post. The Eagles lost, man. I know. So I don't. I'm fine. The Eagles lost and the dogs are barking. I got you. You don't hurt yourself? No, but fucking Jalen Hurts the 3 goddamn turn the ball over 6 times, man. That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. I appreciate it. All right, take it easy.
I think it's 2 ways you can actually cut a sandwich. A and B are the 2 ways you can cut it. Choose C or D. You seek help.
And he's assisting people down. My man just started throwing babies out the window. We was catching them. Unlike Aguilar and his mishaps, I like to put that out there.
The MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in Beemore outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh.
Take a few more here for Lamar. Mike Jones. Lamar, there was that point in the season where you guys lost 3 straight, 4 or 5.
Mike Jones, that's me. Mike Jones, that's me. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right.
What? What the fuck?
Oh my. Oh.
What the?
Bristle him up? Just make sure you're not. Because I can bristle up too now. I mean, you ask a question like that, and I'm trying to give you a logical answer.
The season's a lot like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. And so we've got to realize the importance of each football game.
Hey, when you
I use more product than anybody.
When you and Tip go get your hair done, what y'all tell them? Like to the left or the right?
No, I tell them go number 2 all the way up to a fade and just give me a faux hawk, man. It's a faux hawk, bro. Number 2. Hey, Paul, what do you tell them?
Hey,
Just a little off the side.
Leave the sides.
I always tell them I should leave a little bit on the top.
Oh.
Double dogs.
Yale Bulldogs.
Wow. Not so fast, midget. Not so fast.
Midget?
Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take it serious. I'm not real serious. I put my heart and soul into it every single week.
All I'm saying is the camera show.
I'm just telling you right now what I do every single week. Every single week, I put my freaking heart and soul into this. I step my off. I go out there and laugh. It's not funny. It's not nothing's funny to me. I don't go out there and get embarrassed. I'm on that football fight everybody.
That's why I'm asking you.
I'm telling you right now. We're talking. Dudes and I are talking.
What was the context?
I'm done. Sorry. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna say y'all something. I want to go to LSU. Ended up going to Mississippi State. Won a game. 1 year out of 6. Oh, you think that's funny too? It's got 2 degrees, don't you? You want to be in that? Hey, how you feel?
I just don't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and have the
Green throws him in a chokehold, brings him back down, and is throwing punches. And no one has any chill at this moment, and they're after it. All Ragnarok is breaking out there in Jacksonville, Bengals and Jags.
All right, tell the camera what you think about life. Like, how do you see life?
Sucks, but I'm playing football right now, so.
And just me, so, and then none of them, so I had all the thought process planned out, but anyways, there's Landon.
Clearly, Landon Dickerson, the center, All-American.
Watch this, dude.
Damn.
He bought that like.
Boy, quick.
Oh,
I knew how important this was for our team. Auntie, chill. I knew how important this was for our team, and just.
It's just crazy to me how much music I don't know out here. Like, I know I'm getting old. Like, I listen to all types of music too. I just don't know shit out here. I ain't never heard this song in my life.
I'm big. Yeah.
5 yards.
Bro, y'all need help, bro.
Who told y'all that? Who told y'all that?
I'm gonna go to Cancun like everybody told me to do, and I'm gonna enjoy myself because I don't have nothing else to do, so I'll take myself there.
So you don't quit, and you don't quit in sports. You retire. You don't get to quit. It's not an option. See, someone told me that a long time ago. That ain't even an option. The person told me that, he ain't here anymore, he died.
Always tell our boys that the most important things in life are faith, family, and football. I don't believe it. You stupid son of a... Run the route again. Mark, you stupid mother... That is so bad. Are you mentally challenged, son? Or seriously, are you mentally challenged? And if you notice there, I put them in that order for a reason, because the thing that comes first is your faith. Your faith with God is the most important thing in life. If you don't get your into gear, we might not win a ball game all season. We'll go 0-12. And everyone in your life is going to hate you, myself included. All right? All right, bow your heads. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we as a coaching staff know that football is just a game. So we want to use this game to build young men of character. Win by any means necessary. So if you're at the bottom of the pile, you see someone's finger, break it. You see that star running back at the bottom of the pile, twist that ankle, get him out of the game. Anything we can do to win this ball game. I don't care if you got to play dirty. I don't care if you got to cheat.
I'm telling you, hey, they're rougher than a pine cone toilet seat. Those guys can really play.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up. Let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Get it off the fucking sideline. Push it on my... You don't push on my...
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
We had several opportunities to make plays. We didn't get the plays made. We got to make more plays. It reminded me when I was in the 3rd grade, and it came time to go to the 4th grade in June, and they told me I was almost good enough to go to 4th. Go or not? No, I had to go to 3rd. You want to get? Yeah.
From the 3. You know what they got? They some dogs. You know why? Because right now we got left shoot 35, 73, 17, 73. See, when you
Needed some time to get going, and here comes the... Oh! We almost lost one.
You got another game. You got another game, man.
And roll time. Thank you. Roll time. Roll time. That's what. Roll time. Roll time.
I hate Tennessee, because first of all, it's Tennessee. And I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches. And I hate Philip Holman, I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, I hate Neyland Stadium, looks like a garbage truck, working convention. And I hate all the quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man. It reminds me, it's not the orange you can say. I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. Tennessee's colors is that throw orange. It's not that orange you can sit with, it's that puke inside of pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they lose, they sore losers because they're not Alabama, and I hate Tennessee, man.
That's a good lawyer. Thank you.
I can expect that. No, I hate
I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point, because if you look at Alabama's...
60 seconds, right?
Can't wait to get paid again.
Oh, baby. You know what? I'm still happy.
Oh, there it is, buddy!
What is up, y'all? We are back. Back again. Hold on. Gotta move my drink. But yeah, we are back. Let's see. I gotta put the big screen on here as well, because that's always handy to have. Alright, there we go. We're going to start off with the motivational video, get into some drops in the Touchdown Tribe National Anthem. You know what? I think I forgot to play it yesterday. I can't remember if I played it yesterday or not. Hopefully I didn't forget. Hopefully I don't forget again today. But going to do the drops, the Touchdown Tribe National Anthem, and then get into the topics for today. We're going to cover top wide receiver duos. This is an article that Pooh Man, shout out to Pooh Man, the greatest mod in the YouTube streets. He sent me this article and I turned it into a diagram or a chart, whatever you want to call it, and it's from Sports Illustrated. So we're going to get into that and then cover some NFL, NBA crime news, and then break down some Bears topics. One is with Derek Carr breaking down Caleb Williams from the Bears, like his game footage. So we're going to get into that. And then David Montgomery, he played for the Bears. Obviously, we know him at let me speak English. The Detroit Lions most recently, and then he got traded to Houston. But we're going to get into what he had to say on the Bears, and then we'll close out with a motivational video. Oh yeah, my motivational video was, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. I actually got to switch this out. I got to switch out the motivational video for today because I almost forgot. I've been meaning to save the one that you sent me most recently, Pooh Man, and I keep forgetting that too. Y'all know I'm a very forgetful person. Like, my short-term memory is like Dory, but my long-term memory is pretty great. Alright, let's see. What motivational video do we want to play today? I'm looking, y'all. I'm looking at which one. You know what? We're going to do your average logical thinker. Shout out to Mo. We're going to play one of hers.
Focus on our haters, we give them life. Stop focusing on them. I know a lot of people like haters because it gives them motivation to do better. Once you know there's a hater, then just keep it moving, you know? But when we focus on them and make them our primary source of inspiration, that's not good. Because it's going to turn you into something that you never thought you would be. And I think that's how a lot of these channels turn toxic. You know, they get a little bit of haters, they respond, and then they go back and forth, and then their channel builds off of that, and now you got to keep the drama going, you got to find somebody else, and then the cycle continues, and next thing you know, you making money, but you ain't really feeling good on the inside.
Great advice from Mo. Don't focus on the haters. If you focus too much on the haters, and that's your sole source of motivation, that becomes a problem, because then you're going to have to keep feeding that. You're going to keep looking for another hater to give you motivation, and that can definitely turn toxic, like she said. So great advice from your average logical thinker. Shout out to Mo Perspective on YouTube. Y'all check her channel out. Okay, what is up, Eric Jordan? Good to see you in the building. Eric Jordan, I did save your video. I'm just worried it's going to trigger me. I'm worried I'm going to get very upset because I've already been really heated over this Terry and Arnold topic because people are just presuming he's guilty without looking into the facts of the case and looking at the evidence. And even the judge himself, I've been saying it, even the judge himself said, hey, listen, state, you don't got enough evidence tying him to this case. You can't link him with digital evidence because there's no text messages, no social media activity, nothing. All you really have is the witness testimony. So the judge was like, hey, I'm granting him bond, and he does not have to wear an ankle monitor, and he gets work release. But now we know how the Lions did him. But anyways, I just think, hopefully I don't get heated, but I might get a little bit heated. But shout out to you, Eric Jordan, for dropping that in the Discord. Let's see. Let's play your drop, Eric Jordan. Since you're in the building, I don't know if you're on the road, so I want to make sure I play your drop.
Why are you fumbling my football?
My blockers were built.
Your blockers ain't got nothing to do with you holding the ball. Did your blockers fumble the football or did you fumble the football?
I did, sir.
All right, how many feet are in a mile? How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. You pick this ball up, you run every one of them. You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me.
You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me. Y'all, I quote that movie quite a bit. The one that I quoted most recently was the part where he was talking about water makes you weak. I quoted that the other day. And then, of course, I quote, hey, we will be perfect in every aspect of the game. Y'all know that I quote that part a lot as well. And shout out to the CDL gang because Eric Jordan is a part of the CDL gang.
Hey, boy, do it to him.
Shout out to you, Eric Jordan. And we also have the greatest mod in the YouTube streets, always dropping links and supporting channels by just being the greatest mod. So shout out to you, Pooh Man. Let's play your drop.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss stealing. Woo! Wheeling dealing. Woo! Limousine ride. Woo! Jet flying. Woo! Son of a gun. Woo! And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
Shout out to you, Eric Jordan. Always good. Shout out to you, Pooh Man. Always good to have you in the building. Y'all, my brain not functioning the greatest today, apparently. I'll get y'all's names right, okay? And we have G Honda in the building. Shout out to you, G Honda.
Who the fuck could that be? What does his weird ass want now? What's up, Gaston? How did you get into my yard?
Okay, we're not gonna play all of it, but shout out to you, G Honda. G Honda, you are talking mad trash. Listen, don't get me started. You want to talk about Bama? Are you really sure you want to go there? Look at all of LSU scandals. LSU can't keep a head coach. They went through 3, now they're on their 3rd head coach. You had Coach O, you got rid of him. He had scandals. Then you bring in Brian Kelly, didn't keep him, got rid of him, and now you're on Lane Kiffin. And Lane Kiffin himself, even though I love him, he's part of the Nick Saban coaching tree. He's had some scandals as well with coaching. So are you really sure you want to talk about Alabama? Oh, you got me heated. Why'd you do that? I'm just doing my part. I just got back to work today after taking a well-deserved break. Hey, shout out to that. You definitely, hey, those truck drivers, they deserve those breaks. I'm telling you, they don't get enough of them. That is most certainly your drop, G Honda. Most certainly your drop. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the topics. We're going to discuss the top wide receivers. I'm going to have to look at this at my phone because I don't know if I'll be able to see it even on my big screen. See, I can't read all that from my big screen. So I'm gonna look at this on my phone, y'all. And then I'll read some of it to you. So first up, we have none other than Jamar Chase and Higgins. I have zero issue with this. I've told y'all multiple times they are probably my favorite wide receivers in the league right now. So shout out to them. They made number 1 on the list. And again, this is from Sports Illustrated. I just turned it into a diagram. And then you have Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams at 2. Not mad at that either. With Devontae Adams' experience, and then, we all know Puka Nacua is a top talent. Not mad at that one. Then you have the Dallas Cowboys at 3rd, Pickens and Lamb. Y'all know I'm a little bit heated over this one. Y'all know I take issue with this one. And some of the notes that they made of why they put them at 3rd is because of on talent alone. And then it said that it talks about Pickens' career high, 1,429 yards in his first season with Dallas. And then Lamb, it just talks about the past, y'all. It says, Lamb has got 1K yards, right? For the past 5 years. But he was not impressive this past season, and he's regressed since 2023. So I don't know how I feel about Lamb. I feel like Pickens carried the load. But anyways, we'll continue. Let's see. It says St. Brown and Williams, not mad at this one. Williams, Roll Tide, he played for Alabama. That I would say that's another wide receiver duo that I really like. But y'all, I'm telling you, I'm heated with the Lions over how they did Terry and Arnold. I'm so mad at them that I don't even want them to win now. Like they do, like we all know they have a history of doing players dirty at the Lions, especially if there's any legal trouble. Even if they're innocent, they still release them. They have a history of doing this. I'm not a fan of that. But anyways, carrying on at 5, you have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Now, are you all surprised that Justin Jefferson and Addison are at 5? Because I'm sure some people would think that they should be right up there, maybe even replacing Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. But the reason why they listed him at 5 is because they really struggled this past season. Their stats weren't as great as what it was. So I get it. I kind of get why they put him at 5 now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Kyler Murray coming onto the scene. But I'm not mad at the list. I'm not mad at the list. The only thing y'all know that I have an issue with is obviously Lamb. But I'm not saying Lamb is not a talent, y'all. Lamb is definitely a talented wide receiver. He's just not been consistent. He's led the league in drop passes. He's regressed since 2023 with his season best. And he only had 3 touchdowns last season and barely made it over 1,000 yards. So I'm not impressed with Lamb. I think we gave him all this money. We paid him, right? Dallas is known for doing this. You paid him all that money, and yet he has a history of regressing. Like, why would we pay him all that money if he's just been regressing and not getting better? I've never understood why the Dallas Cowboys do this. But it is what it is. We'll see if Lamb can improve. This is why the Lions suck so badly for years, dropping their best players. Yes, Eric Jordan, I would agree to that. Like they did this. I mentioned this in the Discord, but they did this to Sutton. Sutton, he was a CB for the Lions back in 2024. He was like in a domestic violence case, right? And even though that case never went to trial, they still released him. Imagine, I'll use Green Bay as an example. Imagine if Green Bay had did this to Josh Jacobs. I'm so glad that that Green Bay did not release Josh Jacobs. And I don't know. I would look at it differently if the Lions didn't have a history of doing this with their players, but since they have, you know, a record of just releasing players before their day in court, I have an issue with the Lions. But I'm so glad that, you know, Josh Jacobs with Green Bay didn't get released. But guarantee it, I really think if Josh Jacobs had been on the Lions, they would have released him. You think Lamb... Wait. Hold on, Eric Jordan. Lamb will probably play better on another team? I don't know. I mean, I guess... I don't know if I could say that because it's on Lamb. It has nothing to do with Dak Prescott. It's not like Dak Prescott isn't feeding him the ball because even CeeDee Lamb, like, he's dropped passes. He said, hey, I need to catch the ball because he had 8 drop passes last season. Consistently, he's led the league in drop passes. So it's really a CeeDee Lamb problem. I don't think him going to another team solves that. Because, I mean, Dak Prescott had no issue throwing to Pickens. Because Pickens had 9 touchdowns. Over 1,400 yards. So there's really no... I have no excuse for CeeDee Lamb. Anyways, moving on. Let's get into the next topic, which is breaking down the Bears. And then we'll get into some of the news headlines next.
The scary part about Caleb Williams is that he's not even close to his ceiling. You know what I've loved doing since I was a kid? Playing Madden football.
Yeah, you were great at it.
You know who's on the cover of Madden this year?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams.
What a fine specimen he is.
Chi-Town.
To put him on.
Yes.
In the MJ-esque logo.
I know that's a big aura risk.
He set the bar high.
He set the bar high. But let's show everyone why we like it. The scary part about Caleb Williams is that he's not even close to his ceiling.
I'm such a nerd. Y'all know I'm such a football nerd for play breakdowns, studying the game. I'm such a nerd for it.
That's what's been exciting to watch.
You know what I'm saying?
He's so talented.
And I think that Ben Johnson is the type of coach that can get out of him. What do you think?
Brother, remember when we were sitting there before last year and they were having, Ben Johnson would do a press conference and he was like, we're trying to figure it out. And there was a work in progress.
Yep.
Think about the times when you played your best football under, let's say, John Gruden.
Yep.
You're going into the season. You guys probably felt really good. There was no like, I hope we figure this out. There was like, I hope we figure this out last year.
Yes.
And then they went out and performed the way that they did.
Yeah.
Which makes me cautiously optimistic.
Of course.
About what they could do this season.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, man, because he's now probably a lot more comfortable in this system. Probably able to talk to Ben a little bit more about what he likes, what he doesn't like.
That's something I noticed with Caleb Williams is he looks so much more comfortable in the pocket, and obviously the relationship he has with the head coach, it just looks, very confident.
Able to see because even what they asked him to do, as we were finding out with Mendoza, it's a process going from what you ran in college to what you run in the NFL, what they ask you to run in the NFL.
Yep.
What they asked Caleb to do before he was with Ben was so different to what he did with Ben.
Yeah.
From a line of scrimmage recognition to getting the proper play to deciphering what's going on as the play's happening. And for him to figure that out and do what he did last year is truly remarkable.
Well, this is we've been talking about is the football IQ, right? Like how great a quarterback's football IQ has to be assessing all the elements that go into the game. Like there's so many things a quarterback is analyzing and has to process when he plays. People don't speak enough of this, and they just go straight to criticizing a quarterback if he takes a sack or, what have you, right? They just really don't comprehend how difficult it really is. And I'm not going to lie. There's times where I can be a super fan, right? And I can get to criticizing a quarterback, but I always have to remind myself, hey, it's easier said than done. And a lot of them are just trying their best.
if we can dig into this and see what we got potential wise,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
This is what I love. And this first play, now I'm going to start with this.
Please do. Just break it down for the people.
We got Luther Burden.
Okay.
We got Roma Dunze.
Yep.
Cole Kmet.
Loveland.
Colson Loveland.
Yep.
Swift.
Y'all, why does
Manunga.
Derek Carr just look like he could be a coach? Like, he just looks like somebody who should be a coach instead of being on this podcast. But I ain't mad at it. If I'm telling you, if I get to seeing him assess how he analyzes the game, it's going to make me look at it different. Like, why aren't you coaching? Or why aren't you, like, in a booth somewhere covering the game? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But I'm definitely looking at him visually, and I'm just like, he just looks like he could be a coach.
A lot of bodies.
Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson.
A lot of good offensive line.
Good offensive line. And what I also like with a good offensive line is we're not scared to give a little chip help.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get a chip.
What have I said? I said if the Bears could just get their offensive line straightened out, I really think they could, make some moves. Because until they get the offensive line straightened out, I said, hey, I don't care what quarterback you throw in there. It's just not good. And they have a better offensive line, better coaching, and it shows. It shows with how Caleb Williams performed. It makes all the difference. Now, I ain't gonna lie. My dad calls me the living room coach. I am the living room coach.
Dagger concept here. We're going to go here. We're going to get here. We're going to get here. So it's going to be like
I can coach Pee Wee League, right? But only when it comes to watching like pro sports, my dad calls me the living room coach. That's when I turn into the living room coach.
over 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Quarter, half. But we're going to carry with the nickel. He's going to run out.
Okay.
And you're going to see this end cut right here.
He mentioned
and it's
let me go back. I think he mentioned bringing in a chip and then talking about the nickel. So let me go back. I want to backtrack what he's saying here.
Chip help.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get a chip dagger concept here. We're going to go here. We're going to get here. We're going to here.
Okay,
so it's going to be like a cover 6.
Concept. I don't know. Hopefully y'all can see the lines he's drawing here for what the concept is looking like.
Okay. Quarter, half. But we're going to carry with the nickel. He's going to run out.
Okay.
And you're going to see this cut
so
right
show
here.
You where
and
the
it's
cut's going to be, the end cut.
Look nice, Dave.
Beautiful.
This end cut's going to look nice. This is great scheme, great vision by the quarterback. Keep his eyes down the field, see the ball, throw it. Now, what I love about this play is, did he have to do this in college? No, he was running around doing all that crazy stuff. He takes a couple edges. I think this ball right here is thrown just a hitch earlier this year.
Yeah.
I think the progression for them is, hey, you've been in the system now. This is what I felt going from when I was finally able to stay in the system. And the next year, the ball was in their hand a little quicker. The run after catch was a little better.
Yeah, but we're talking about offense here. I didn't even mention the defense, but I don't know. I feel like their defense has been decent. It's just maybe I was just paying more attention to the offense because of how many sacks a quarterback was taking with the Bears. But since that's improved, like, you're able to analyze everything now.
Yeah, I'm more accurate. I'm seeing it. This is my 80th time seeing it, not the 8th time seeing it, right?
Yes.
I think that this ball gets out a hitch quicker. I think he layers the ball in there, and I think we see him running through here. I just think that with the guys that they have on the outside, with his knowledge of the system now, right, having a little bit more time on task with Ben Johnson, I feel in this next step, as long as they're working at it, which I'm sure that they are, that those are the type of improvements that you get to see.
I love
as we
that.
let this in.
It's a natural progression.
This is an explosive play. Now we're going to miss DJ Moore.
He's
a good player.
For them I was like, I wonder if they're going to bring up DJ Moore. I'm glad they did because that's a loss.
Man.
He's gone the way of the white buffalo.
Yeah, yes.
To the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, wow, how about that?
You see what I'm saying?
Transition.
Okay. He's gone to the Buffalo Bills. He's not there anymore. I think they're going to miss him, but I also think the guys that they have are pretty darn good.
I think so too.
Hey, whatever they call it, whatever we call it, doesn't matter. We're getting here, and we're getting someone here.
Yeah, someone in that
we're working
skinny
off of
post
this.
area.
All right.
Off the middle safety.
We're going to get a 4-week pressure. We're going to get picked up.
Great.
You're going to see the confidence. Look, he's
got
communicating.
4-week pressure here. I'm acting like y'all can see my mouse cursor. Y'all can't even see my mouse cursor. I need to figure out a way to add a mouse cursor to my OBS layout, because that would be nice for y'all to see where I'm moving my mouse towards when I'm talking.
Recognizing the coverage and the problems.
Yes.
We're communicating.
Beautiful.
But can we execute?
Let's see.
RCE. We talk about it all the time. What I see from Caleb Williams right here is a great decision, but great job of seeing the field. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a crazy throw.
Crazy.
The fact that he sees us, but I remember
I'm always looking at. You always pay attention to where the quarterback is looking. Sometimes you got those sneaky quarterbacks who can look another way and pass it to a totally different side of the field, kind of like your Tom Brady's, Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers.
it's Pittsburgh
But
Steelers, and I
honestly,
saw
every pro quarterback really needs that ability to be able to do that, because if you're easy to read, you're going to get those interceptions every time. I'm telling you. Back in my PE days, playing flag football, I'll never forget Ben Hauser. Shout out to Ben Hauser, wherever you are today. Like, shout out to you. But he was always the quarterback, right? And sometimes we'd be on the same team. But when we weren't, and he was the quarterback, I was always paying attention to his eyes. And I could always tell where he was going to throw, and I would always intercept him. But shout out to him.
Minkah Fitzpatrick stop his feet. Once he stopped his feet, I knew everything back here was good to go.
Yep.
Through Henry Ruggs, a big post touchdown.
Yes.
What we get here is stoppage of feet. Caleb sees it. He rips it over the top on a perfect ball. Okay, and I don't like that it's against the Raiders.
No, I don't like it either.
But what I do like
man,
is the accuracy, the decisive decision to cut this ball loose, fixing the protection, pick up the 4-week pressure, and make a good throw.
That's beautiful. This mug look forever used to cause people so many headaches. But offenses are doing a much better job of being able to pick this stuff up and sort it out, getting the back to come over, still gets out. But, like, the crazy part with this.
Hit pause when he throws it.
Yeah.
A little farther, right there.
It's where this.
And I'm not going to lie. I think it was Caleb Williams. He said on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers, he said that he's really working on his footwork. But that's crazy to me, because I think he has the most beautiful, like, footwork when he drops back to pass. So that was interesting to me that he said that.
Exactly. On the hash.
Yeah.
On the hash, dead feet.
Yep.
He knows I have the arm.
I can rip it in there.
This. I think that comes from confidence from a coach, too.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. When you have a play caller that you believe in, you tend to play a little bit more free and a little bit more confident.
That's right.
And that is definitely a confident throw.
Yep.
It's impressive. I see a lot more. This is a side note here, but I see a lot more teams playing with this low safety.
Yep.
Starting to get involved with stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of like it as a defensive guy, but as a quarterback, you got to be aware of them.
I like it as
that's actually a great note. Pay attention to that this upcoming season. Start looking for the safeties, where their safeties are at, and if you see the low safeties, as he's saying, you know, that's kind of being the move now when it comes to these defensive NFL schemes.
Offensive guy, too.
I do too, right?
Guess what's open?
Yeah, because if you're not going to play
plays.
back there like some of these guys in the past, it's like, I'm trying to figure out, what are you doing right here? But hey, regardless, Caleb sees it and rips that sucker in there. That's
100%.
beautiful, man.
Great throw.
Beautiful.
Great talent on the outside. Again, he's going to have a big role this year for him at receiver. But I love Ben Johnson paired with Caleb Williams, as we all do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to get a little motion over here, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to run it over. No, I'm not.
No, this is
I'm
Ben
going
Johnson
the throwback.
special.
Hey, guess what I'm going to have on top of the throwback,
Big
Dave?
post over.
A big field post,
Yeah,
man.
motion. They're down where each guy's going to go. Hopefully y'all can see the little red lines that they're drawing.
You got to have a big field arm if you want
You
to throw
do.
that ball.
Does he know how to
And so
slide?
what we see.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, Caleb Williams, he had some great, beautiful slides. I think that was, if I could give Joe Burrow one critique, is he struggled when he came into the league with sliding. I feel like he's better at it now. He had to be better at it. He had to get better at it, right? Because of how the offensive line is for the Bengals. But that's one critique that I would give Joe Burrow, is he wasn't the best coming into the league at sliding. And he also said, I think he told a ref one time, he was like, yeah, I didn't play baseball. Most of these quarterbacks played baseball at some point in time growing up, so they're pretty good at sliding, right? But the ones who didn't, sometimes they can tend to struggle with it. I don't know if Caleb Williams ever played baseball, though, now that I think about it, because I know that on New Heights, he said he was a swimmer. He was actually really great at swimming. But, he's been great at sliding, so.
Here is the talent on display. We saw the layered throw of the end cut on the first
From the
clip.
pocket.
From the pocket.
Yep.
We see the second clip. He steps up in a tight pocket, 4-week pressure, picks up the protection with a ripper before the safety can get there.
Pocket laser.
Touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to see the deep ball accuracy to the deep part of the football field.
Love it.
Come off this fake. Now, and this read as I start here.
Mm-hmm.
We clamp down here. This is a go.
My man.
I would argue, so would his coach, hey, man, let's not pass one up.
Right.
Right?
I was going to ask you.
But this is an explosive game. But sometimes, as Clint Kubiak told me, he said, man, we were watching the cut-ups. And he said, against the Dallas Cowboys, he said, we talk about hitches and all these kind of things. And he said, I don't want Fernando to be a robot.
Yeah.
He said, I teach Derek these hitches and all this. But sometimes you guys got to make us better. And he said, you took a couple extra hitches, you took one in the chops, and you threw a ball to Rashid Shaheed in the Cowboys Stadium.
Yeah, I remember it.
Which changed the beginning of our season.
It did.
Changed the landscape of everything.
It did.
Scored 40 points again, all this kind of stuff. And he said, sometimes you quarterbacks are alpha males, you got to do that. And what I see in Caleb here, is a little bit of alpha male. Yeah, I got a completion coach, but I also see this coverage.
Yeah, I love
And I'm
that.
going to rip this post. And what I love about this throw, Dave, look at the accuracy.
Beautiful.
He drops.
That's in stride.
Yeah.
That's 50-plus yards down the field.
He
That's not
drops
easy to do.
dimes. And like Carr said, that's not easy to do.
Bro, this is not easy. I remember installing this play with Clint's dad and thinking to myself, watch John Elway throw a ball similar to this. It was off of a different action, but same location. And I'm like, well, that's a big throw now. You want me to boot, come over here, and then set up and then launch this thing back the other way. That's the aggressiveness to throw it. And even as a young quarterback in a new system, a lot of times you have a tendency to just take that tight end.
That's right.
I'll throw it there.
That's right.
And then we'll hit that big shot later.
That's right.
He wasn't waiting for nothing.
No.
He's taking the big shot.
That shows me he understood what was happening behind.
Yeah, exactly. Much like he was on the skinny
level
that he threw in there. Knew what the safety was doing. He was
I
low.
talk
He
about
held him
this
on.
all the time too. The quarterback's ability to process and read the defense is so critical. And they're giving Derek Carr over here is giving Williams a compliment on that. He has the ability to read the defense, and this is why he's been a success so far.
As I'm watching the film, it's telling me he knows what he's seeing, and that's an impressive thing, especially in your second year.
Goes back
I love
to
that.
Seeing those
IQ.
strides. Because in his first year, there were some of those things where he didn't see them as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's just the other thing that you were talking about with the confidence of the play caller.
That's right.
So he's got the confidence. Like, Ben dialed this up for a reason. If it's even close to a shot at taking this thing, I'm going to take it.
That's right. So now we're going to have this sail concept, right? We're going to run some kind of vertical, a post, a pylon, something.
Yep.
We're going to have the sail, someone in the flat. Okay, this is accuracy on display again. This is his talent, right? He's in the pocket. Everyone talks about Caleb running. All we're showing is pocket stuff right now. The running and the extra stuff is extra.
This might be the most impressive one.
This guy is running away. Look at this.
This guy's trying to undercut.
He's trying to undercut, and you still put a ball out here on the sideline.
That wasn't even a great route, really.
And you can tell.
It's wild.
Look at this is the
I'm
most
glad he mentioned that
impressive
route because I was looking at that route too, and I was like, man, that wasn't even the greatest route either. And then he said it, so I'm glad that he brought that up.
about. Look at the wind, bro. Look at what's happening to these birds, man. These birds on the field, they can't even stop Caleb Williams.
That's crazy.
Look
The
at
wind's
this.
howling back in his teeth.
There's so many weapons
And
in
there's
this offense.
also a free runner. Well, it's not maybe free initially, but he's coming to hit the quarterback right here.
Look at this. Another free runner.
Yep.
Another off-balance throw.
Yeah.
Which he finishes over the top. Young kids at home.
Tell him.
Okay? Not
Seen you
this
do
sidearm
it.
hop back.
No.
Crap. All right?
See on the Twittergram.
Yeah, do that with someone running into
Over the
your
top
face.
pronate. Yes,
No.
pronate.
Finish your
Yes.
throws. Your weight should be going that way
Finish
when
your
you throw.
throws. Follow through with it. Don't be doing these side little arm things. That's great advice from Derek Carr.
Okay? All right? Don't get me started.
This
All
is
right?
great.
Great accuracy. Great ball. And look at these
The birds are flying back at him.
Even the birds are
And
trying
you
to
put
stop
it
him.
here, and you couldn't. There's
He
no
said,
defense.
There's no defense, and there's no bird in America that can stop me from throwing this sail route right here.
I'm going to complete it. I'm going to need Colson just to be a little more friendly.
All right, Dave.
Okay.
We've talked about this play. Everyone's talked about this play.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite
We're going to
play.
get here. Now, we've
Y'all.
talked about him
Oh,
throwing
no.
stuff on time in the pocket.
Yeah.
We've
Showed
talked
y'all
about
from the New Heights interview. They broke down this play with Caleb Williams there, and Caleb Williams went over what he was seeing, how he was processing it. I love this, y'all. I love this type of information. I'm a little football nerd. I love watching play breakdowns. I love hearing former players analyze game footage or coaches analyze game footage. I'm such a nerd when it comes to this, okay?
ripping posts,
Sure.
ripping daggers on this side, ripping field posts. We've talked about all these things. We talked about sail routes getting thrown.
yeah.
Now, this is the extracurriculars that he has.
This is it.
Now, is this something
playground
that you
fun
want to
town.
see all the time? Absolutely not. This is one of those things on a coaching thing. You may have a minus.
Yeah.
You may have a, hey, no,
Sure.
step up, work up in the pocket,
Yep.
find a completion. But where you scratch all that out, and
Scratch
at
it
the end
out.
of the day, you say execute yes, and you put triple plus, and you circle it.
Triple pluses.
And then you draw a Superman logo.
Yeah, you draw it.
Okay.
for.
And you just leave that on there, and you say, hey, minus, but great job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is okay. You can have those
You have to have them.
to be in these
Look at
situations.
this.
I mean,
He
like-
ends up getting
I was gonna
hit
say, I hope they bring that up.
back here. Look at the offensive line thinking, brother, why are you doing this to
Look
us?
like the Giants
We can't
offensive line,
protect
Super Bowl
you.
46.
We were supposed to protect you right here.
Yeah.
This
We
is
can't
our
help
line.
you back here, bro.
We can't help you.
You're on your own.
40 yards from the line of scrimmage. But this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. He makes this hero throw all the way to the back of the end zone. And the
Incredible.
this throw gets him on the cover of Madden.
This is what did.
Yeah, he
All right.
had
Did
two
it.
defenders in his face. I was worried. I was like, oh my gosh, he is going to take a sack on this play. He turns his back to the defense, buys himself time, steps back in the pocket, right? Defender's coming at him, drops back, and throws a dime of a pass. I mean, it left me speechless. Watching that game, oh, you know what? I do talk about two of my favorite games from last season, I guess, because, you've heard me mention the one with the Steelers and the Ravens between Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers, but equally, I would put that Bears-Rams game right up there. Like, that was the most breathtaking pass I have ever seen with two defenders in your face. They were right at him, too.
Kids, how do I get on the cover, Matt? This is the problem.
You take a minus from your coach, and then you make a triple plus.
This is what I
out
want
of
to
it.
let these kids know.
Yeah.
That this isn't really the reason he's on the cover. It was the 3 or 4 plays before
Yeah, that's
this
true.
of his
You're
execution.
never in this situation.
You don't
playing
wanna,
against this team.
But to have what we're trying to highlight is this kid,
When it
this
matters
guy
most.
has the ability.
Yeah.
That hey,
Special.
this ain't perfect. Uh-oh. I mean, what do you think they're thinking right now?
Hey,
he's trying to tackle the
help.
quarterback too.
Yeah.
Look at these guys.
We can't help you back here, brother.
Hey, and he knows, guys, if I ever do this, I know it's on me.
Yeah,
Buy
I got it.
himself
Don't worry
time.
about
And
it.
he makes an
I'll take
absolute
care of it.
dime of a throw.
Now, Caleb Williams, when he broke this down on New Heights podcast, he said that, you know, he's seen the defenders coming at him. The pocket was collapsing. That's when he turned his back to the side, dropped back, way back outside the pocket to buy himself time because he knew his guy was going to be there, and if he could just air it out, he was going to drop that pass. He just had confidence in that play, and sure enough, it worked out in his favor. But that could have easily went wrong, right? But thankfully, that worked out in his favor.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. In the snow.
Yeah.
Great rep.
Good stuff.
All right, here we go. Caleb Williams. This is a great part of the scheme. Okay, this is scheme. Now, I love this clip, and I'm glad that we're showing it. Okay, so I want to highlight something real quick.
Is this the one he misses?
It ends up getting picked.
Yep.
But let's talk about why, because everyone will watch
they're
this
breaking
and
down
be like,
a
"Oh,
pick that Caleb Williams threw." This is interesting. Okay.
Packers." Oh, Caleb, this is your fault. This is just a great play right here by a cornerback,
Yeah, I agree.
Keyshawn Nixon.
I remember this.
He's covering this man right here. And when this man goes, he goes.
Y'all,
Okay?
just like I like all sides of the ball. I love watching game breakdown, hearing former players break down plays or coaches break down plays. Like, I watch this frequently in my spare time. And it's interesting because Derek Carr, I wasn't expecting him to get into a, you know, pick here, but I'm here for it because I like hearing this input.
Now watch what happens here. Okay, he goes. He's going with him.
Yeah.
Right? This whole side is wrong.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. There's 4 hats.
This guy is right.
Location. Yeah.
So
I gotta look at this on my bigger screen here. Okay. So the whole left side, he's saying, was wrong.
these Packer fans standing up here that wearing their cheese heads that want to yell at 25 and get mad at him. Well, you better thank your lucky stars he was on your team on this play.
Yes.
Because he's covering his man, feels 19 bodies now in front of this.
So I see which one he's covering.
So he knows he's not going to throw that and comes and saves the day.
Saves the day.
For your defense.
Look at all those hats.
Look at this.
Packer hats
He
chasing
turns
the ball.
Caleb thinks this is wide open. He saw the guy that's covering him, not on him. He goes to throw it. You're not thinking someone in man-to-man coverage is going to leave the underneath slide route
Yes.
and go
to
tick
go
off
save
a
his
corner.
buddy's day.
Have never seen it.
No.
Wow, that's great input.
Keyshawn doesn't.
I'm glad that he brought that in there because he said, I've never seen it. Come to think of it, I don't really see that often, if ever, either, because he's talking about that guy left his coverage to go chase that one down. That's impressive from that CB. That was just a great play from that CB.
Nearly enough credit for this play.
No, because all they see, he's beat by 5 yards.
Correct.
Right, on this play.
No,
it's not his guy.
He got thrown over the top. Brother, he came out of this like, dude, walk-in touchdown. Thanks, Ben Johnson.
Yes.
Okay. Ben's kicking himself. Man, I should have had DJ run an out route. Golly.
I even bring him to the
we
party.
have such a good fake over here.
Exactly.
Anyway, this is a great rep. Now, am I going to blame him? No. I mean, if you see the guy undercutting, obviously throw it higher.
Is when I start to like running the ball, y'all. You know how I am. We're at 14-17 here. Let's see. Is it on this one? No, it's on my other one. Hold on. It's the one under me.
Hello? Enough with the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball. Run the dang ball. Run it.
My bad. Wrong screen.
The scary part about Caleb Williams.
But yeah, right there is right when I like seeing running the ball versus pass plays because of the interception risk. So there's that.
This is a great rep. Now, am I going to blame him? No. I mean, if you see the guy undercutting, obviously throw it higher.
Sure.
There's no way on God's green earth he saw this man.
No.
There's no way. Say what you want. Do what you want. Right now, he's chasing this. Now, all of a sudden, he sees him. Okay, right there, he looked at the front of this and said, "Oh, someone's wrong.
Yep,
I got an easy touchdown. Keyshawn makes a great play. I'm not worried about this.
No,
I'm not worried about this
is
for
life.
2 seconds.
It's a beautiful picture that you paint because I'm not sure many people knew that.
This is life in the NFL.
That is.
Sometimes we say it, crap happens.
It happens.
Okay. Guess what? These guys over here get paid a lot of money too.
And especially like, man, I'm taking this kid. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
That's incredible.
Okay, he's okay.
Why? Good to see you in the building.
Let's go inside of his brain.
Yeah.
All right, I got the slide route.
All right,
Man to
got
man.
it.
I'm
Okay,
chasing
he's
him.
going across.
Okay,
Okay,
I got
got
him.
him.
I see out in front of it.
Oh,
There's
buddy.
19 guys. There's no way this ball's getting thrown here.
Everybody didn't do their job.
I got to go help.
Except me. I got it.
It's a great play. Is
Great
it
play.
underthrown? Sure. Yes, it is. But he expected him to be wide open.
Yep.
Is what it is. Stuff happens.
It's hilarious.
Doesn't worry me one
those
bit.
three Packer defenders, they got kind of tricked. They were all focused on one side, and the only one who was watching was the guy who was supposed to be covering a completely different person. But yeah, he left where he was supposed to be and figured out, hey, I know where Caleb Williams is throwing to on this one, and was able to come up with the interception. That's funny.
Okay, this is Caleb getting outside here. Now watch this, man.
Buddy.
This is the stuff that we just talked about. Okay, this is the same concept,
Ripping
Dave. Ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Does this look familiar?
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
They just
where can we grow in year
copy and
3?
pasted it.
We got the throwback.
Yep.
With the over post. Is the throwback open?
Buddy. Yep.
I would say yes.
Yep.
This is a great clip.
Great clip.
Okay. I'm sure Caleb is like, but I can still throw this.
Yeah.
And we're all like, yeah, brother, you can.
Yeah, no, we clearly
But
see that.
I'm just going in the inside the head of Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee they sat there in that quarterback room. He said, hey, man, don't pass up one.
Let's just take it.
And the more boring that you be and just taking your completions, that's why we have progressions. Why do we have reads? Why don't we just see the
This is
field?
something I talked about. I don't like when quarterbacks try to get cute, and I've seen Dak Prescott do this. Dak Prescott, in the past, he would just try to force a ball where it didn't need to go, and then you would see interceptions or something crazy happen, right? Those are unnecessary. You just need to focus on getting your completions one first down at a time, right? Don't go getting cute.
And throw it.
Mm-hmm.
This is why. Because you have to stay true to him. And this is right here a great learning opportunity
Stay true
and a
to
great opportunity.
them. What is something I tell y'all? Coaches need to play to a quarterback's strengths, not their weaknesses. It's how you win games.
For them to get better. Don't pass up a big time explosive completion, which actually may end up being even bigger.
It'd be a lot easier.
Okay, and this is a great learning experience because he could have thrown that, got up the field, but instead, we force it down the field, try and throw the post again, and now the ball's in harm's way.
Yeah.
Now it's an incompletion. I'm all for it. You know me.
Yeah, no.
Give your
I
guys
love
chances
it.
down
Yeah, I
the
love
field.
it because he could have made that play.
But I just know what Ben is saying to him, and I'm not here judging Caleb or anything like that. I'm just being
One thing about it, he had 2 defenders on him too, so that's really, it can get risky when you're doing
honest.
that.
I know what Ben's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's not pass up one for another one.
Well, Caleb's sitting right here. He'd say the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he knows.
And it's not like this is the thing in football nowadays. It's like people come and attack people. He can't. He absolutely can do all of these
Clearly
things.
Is that not the truth? They attack him. I've seen Bears fans themselves attack Caleb Williams and say that he can't make these passes. He can.
You're just giving you an easier way.
Who is the MVP of the league last year? I promise you we can pull his clips up and I can find 10 of them immediately where everyone would be like, oh, how'd he win MVP?
Exactly. And if you made a montage of them.
Yeah. Oh, here he is last year. Here's your MVP.
Exactly.
It's everybody.
Everybody.
So this is not a shot at Caleb. This is just
a way for him to get better.
It's an opportunity for him to get better, and it's a play that they clearly like and like to run.
Passes like this where they force the ball probably where it doesn't need to be. Every quarterback. This is why I tell y'all, I can turn into a super fan and I can get hypercritical, but then I always have to remind myself, hey, being a QB ain't as easy as it looks. And also, just because they have one bad play doesn't mean they can't make those passes.
But you got to feel good, too, if you're a Bears fan, that this kid can improve and can get better, and that wasn't the ceiling.
That's it.
You know?
Like, this is just showing, hey, man, there's an efficiency window, which this is what Ben is talking about. Ben said we got to get closer to 70%.
Yeah, exactly.
He was at 58.
Yeah.
Here's a great opportunity.
There's a chance.
When you have a guy like this who has so much talent,
Mm-hmm.
now it's on Ben Johnson to rein in that talent.
And that's what Andy Reid did a great job with Pat.
Great job.
And when they play their best football, he's able to rein him in and get him to play within the offense and be
Completions.
efficient and find completions.
That's it.
That's when they play their best.
Yes.
When they play their worst is when Patrick starts to play outside the X's and O's and
Yeah.
do some things that kind of look like this sometimes.
Cute.
Yeah.
When you're not focused on, hey, one play at a time, one completion at a time, slowly get those first downs. It's when you start getting cute is when you start running into issues. You start thinking, hey, I'm going to get ahead of myself here, make all these little passes, and then you risk interceptions or fumbles.
A little bit erratic, explosive and fun.
Yep.
But a little bit erratic.
No lie
You need to
from
be more
Quick Read
efficient.
about why? Did she say why? Hold on, I'm going to look at if Quick Read posted anything.
And then, boom, Chicago Bears are playing for NFC Championship, going to the Super Bowl.
This is the difference. Like, so if someone were to say, I can hear them say, well, what about that last clip where he ran back to 50?
Okay, so Cree said, bad news, no live tonight. My computer is still not ready and more than likely won't be ready until Sunday. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Well, shout out to Cree. I'm very, very sad. I was very much looking forward to her live, but it's okay. CDT will still be live for me. CDT, you'll be live, right? I don't know if CDT is ear hustling. Hey, I just checked. I said, let me look. Let me look to see if at least CDT is going to be live. Because I always play CDT no matter what. And he's going to be live at 8 o'clock. So shout out to CDT. CDT will be live at 8 o'clock. No live for Cree tonight because her computer will most likely not be fixed till Sunday. So there's an update from the YouTube streets.
The play forced him into a superhero moment.
Yeah, Jared Verse had beat the guy on the left side instantly almost, and he had to go make a superhero play.
I got to go do something.
Yeah, now I have to.
Now I have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Right here, this play you didn't have to do that.
I mean, look at you got 5 yards of separation as he's ready to throw this launch ball, which, yes, you can throw it, but also, man, you can hit that.
Yep.
10 times out of 10, you're hitting that,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
with his ability.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm loving how Derek Carr is explaining this, breaking it down. Do I think he could be a coach? I don't know. Like, people don't talk enough about this. Just because someone played in the league doesn't mean they'll make a great analyst or a great coach. Okay? Sometimes that's just not their talent, right? I don't think that gets said enough. But hearing how he breaks down plays, I love it. I love how he's breaking down the good and the bad, but he's also not being hypercritical. He's saying, hey, just because Caleb Williams had a bad play here doesn't mean he can't make those passes. I love how Derek Carr pointed that out because it doesn't get said enough.
I think it's just a great opportunity for them to get better.
Yep, I agree.
Get closer to that 70% penetration mark that they.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Hold on. What's the king to a god said? Salute Coach Chels in chat. Big trade in the NBA. Jaylen Brown got traded to the Sixers. No flipping way. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I am kind of sad about that. I mean, I'm no big Celtics fan, right? But I do I should speak in past tense now. But I did like the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown duo. And now that's gone. I'm a little bit sad, but wow. Jaylen Brown got traded to the Sixers. The Celtics get Paul George, 2 first round picks, and a second. Wow, so they did get, they did good with what they got from Jaylen Brown. I'm not too mad at that. Especially if you get 2 first round picks and 2 second picks. I mean, that's pretty good. Now, what's the king to a god? I don't know if you keep up with NBA like this or not. I wish Erroneous C was in here, but what is your thoughts on Paul George? What's your thoughts on that? Either way, I'm not upset with this just because they did get 2 first-round picks and 2 second picks. So I'm not too mad at this. But I want to know your thoughts on Paul George. Anyways, let's get back to it.
All these quarterback gurus want.
That's right. It's a good mark to try.
All right. So they're going to end up having some little out route right here, Dave.
Okay.
It's going to look daggerish.
Okay.
You know, it's going to look like this. Okay, with the stems and what we're doing.
Okay.
But he's going to end up breaking out.
Okay, got it.
He's going to drive on. He's going to pick it.
I see.
I'm going to tell you what I like from Caleb. He threw it on time.
Yeah.
Out routes are only missed where?
Yeah, to the sideline.
To the sideline.
Yeah, out of
This is
bounds.
an easy correction.
Yeah.
Man, you go back to routes on air on Wednesday.
And then you just miss it there.
Coach, let me throw some out routes today. I need to miss outside.
That's
Exactly.
great input.
We solved the problem.
Out routes, just doing that in practice, working on QB, wide receiver, or I guess, tight end could run that as well, but just working on their skills.
It's like Jack Nicklaus. Like, if I'm going to miss, I'm missing right. I'm going to aim down the left, miss right.
That's
Same
right.
thing here. If you're going to throw this out route to the left,
that's it.
You miss left.
That's it.
Yeah.
Are we going to sit here and cry me a river that
Easy.
we threw a pick? No.
No.
Okay. Let's make the correction. Let's stay committed to the process.
Yeah, that's easy.
Let's get better.
Okay, so what do you think? So you're a Sixers fan. So what do you think of Paul George at the Celtics? Do you think that's a good fit? That's what I'm most curious about. Yeah. What do you think about it, though, Philly Tide? I need some input. Like, y'all know that I don't keep up. Like, of course I watch the NBA, but I don't watch it as closely as I would football, right? Or college basketball. I'll be honest with you, I do follow college basketball a little more closely than I do the NBA or WNBA. But, okay, so you said, I don't mind it. I'm glad Paul is gone. Okay, so would you consider Paul a decent player, though? Do you think he'd be a good fit for the Celtics? I mean, I know you're a Sixers fan, but what do you think about Paul for the Celtics? Okay, what's the Kingdom God said? I love the trade. No more excuses for y'all. I can't say that. I can't say that. Embiid and y'all, I couldn't clap that out even if I tried. But anyways, just give me like first names. Hopefully the first name ain't that complicated. Well, actually, some of the first names are complicated, so I don't know. Just give me like a nickname.
For him. Too.
Easy correction because he's so talented.
Mm-hmm.
We know he can make that throw.
Yep.
And I'm sure he's kicking himself after that one. But, we have to be able to show that there are areas for improvement. Okay? I would say right here, when he takes this drop, it's all right. I would say right here, he throws it on time. Okay? He hitches. Make sure that foot's out in front of it.
Yep.
And rip it out there to the side.
Yeah.
These NFL throws, no matter how strong your arm is, you got to throw them with pace.
Yeah. But my face is turning red. Me trying to say that name, like that, like, I don't know. I get embarrassed easy, so my face like turned like red. Anyways.
Got to rip them and you got to throw them out.
And I'll even say, like, this could be crazy, but like in his defense, if you
Embiid, thank you.
Really want to like dig into this, let's just watch this angle. Can Ben Johnson even get better? Like, can we get better teaching this?
Yep.
Like, I mean, I don't mind this out, making it look like the dagger, okay?
Yep.
But can we do something here? Right? I don't know what he's running. Maybe a little check down. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to keep it with the width. But we can learn, because that seemed like it was pretty much on time. It's just location. So
it's just location.
Yeah, simple fix.
100%. Simple fix.
Yep.
And I think after watching these plays, you see that he sees the field well. He finds the one-on-one.
Yeah, clearly does.
He's seeing.
Almost like you said, got to rein him in a little bit.
Got to rein him in.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Let's be efficient.
And so I had this a little bit. I would tell Gru, I was like, man, give me a shot a quarter.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm going to throw it.
Yeah.
But just hearing you call it takes away that urge to want to throw a shot all the time.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Just give me a shot a quarter.
Yeah.
Just call one. And if it's there, I'm ripping
And I might
it.
take the check down. I might throw the intermediate route. Who knows?
The guy blocking, I might yell his name.
Give me an opportunity to launch.
How many times I yelled Foster and just dumped it to him
Yeah.
because they all turned their backs.
Yeah.
And we got 12 yards.
Isn't that crazy? And it happens on first and second down. You call some of those shots. Those end up being like some of your biggest gains on first down.
That's exactly
Dumping
right.
the ball down to the tight end.
100%.
So, yeah.
So when I watch him, I see this uberly talented, this raw product that Ben Johnson is trying to create into his own way. And I think Caleb's doing it. But, just from my experience being with Gru, was like, man, if you just let him rein you in and do it his way, I mean, it'll lead you to water.
Yeah.
He'll lead you to the completions. You'll sit up and look, man, I completed 88% that game.
Right.
Man, I didn't miss a pass.
I love that.
Caleb Williams gets that, we'll see that happen. Moving on, let's get into what David Montgomery had to say on the Bears. Y'all know that he left the Lions. He got traded to the Houston Texans, but he was with the Bears. That was his first team. I'm trying to think. I don't even remember how many years he was with the Bears, but first team, he was with the Bears, then went to the Lions, and now he's with the Houston Texans. But he was with the Bears for a few years, and this was when they had, what was his name? Was it Matt Nagy? What was that coach's name? I can't even remember now, but he was horrible. He was horrible, y'all. But that was when Montgomery was there.
Hit the like button, whatever it is, because we got everything y'all need, man. Listen, and what you ain't looking for, you gonna be looking for it then.
Subscribe or Debo gonna whoop your ass.
I need to clip that part. Subscribe or Debo's gonna whoop your butt. I need to clip that part.
Speaking of fun, I saw somewhere where you had said, being with the Bears, you lost that fun of the game, that love of the game, where you enjoy that.
Dang, starting off strong. I believe it too. I believe he probably did lose the fun of the game being at the Bears, because that was not it. That year that they didn't have Ben Johnson, that was not it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, if there was a few teams that I would say that's where quarterbacks go to die, it was the Bears. Let's see, Bears, Jets. I mean, I can't say Miami Dolphins. I mean, maybe now I can say Miami Dolphins, but before, Tua was having great years under Mike McDaniel. But for sure, at one point, it was the Bears. It was the Jets. Let's see. Trying to think of other teams. My top two, though, were those two teams, though.
You were able to
the
get
Jaguars. I did say that about the Jaguars at one point, too. But now even they have improved. They've established a better coach. The team's going in a better direction. But I did say the same about them.
that back. I'm assuming when you got over there to Detroit, what was the leading factor that had you lose some of that joy?
Yeah, honestly, because if I say this wrong, this could be viral.
Know, Eric Jordan. Maybe I don't even know if I could say that about the Giants. Well, actually, no, you're right. I will give that to you whenever it comes to when they had Dayball. When they had Dayball and Daniels was there, like that they did Daniels wrong. And I think he performed way better with the Colts up until he got injured, right? But if Daniels can stay healthy, he's an amazing quarterback. But yeah, I would say the Giants. It might look differently this year for the Giants, though, because they have John Harbaugh there now, and they have Dart. So it's probably going to look like a completely different team than what we've seen in recent years when it comes to the Giants. You said the Raiders. That's another good one. The Raiders. And again, it could look completely different this year, having Mendoza and then him building under Kirk Cousins. It could look different. We'll see what happens. I still feel like the Raiders, that might be a team that still needs time to grow. The Browns. Eric Jordan, thank you again, because that's the best one. Erase my list. I would put the Browns first. Let's see, I don't even remember who all I named now. The Browns, Bears, Jets. I would say for sure the Browns. Maybe not the years they had Baker Mayfield. I almost forgot his name, but not the years that they had Baker Mayfield, because if y'all remember, Baker Mayfield was breaking stats there, breaking losing streaks that the Browns had. It was pretty good up until they did Baker Mayfield wrong and then brought in Watson. But yeah, I would say the Browns are on that list right now. Browns, Jets. At one point in time, it was the Bears, though, for me.
But
be careful, you got it.
It's less of, it was less of, you know, like me being in Chicago. I think like Chicago Bears fans think like I unappreciated Chicago. I love Chicago too. Like they was the team that drafted me. They traded 11.
Yes, I was gonna say that to get you.
I appreciate it for them being there, but the time and the point of my life, I was a youngin'. I came from nothing. Like I didn't have anything at all. And you give me the most money I ever had in my life. And my job and my occupation that I thought was always to take care of my family, my entire family. And that shit was running the job. We wasn't winning. Like I wasn't doing the things that I knew and I thought that I was capable of doing in the first couple of years. So that time of me like going through my personal stuff and trying to be an optimal football player, it wasn't meshing. And like my time in Chicago, it was tough.
It just
was hard.
wasn't the right fit for him. That's fair to say.
But it wasn't because, you know, the Chicago
3 a.m. Adoptee Voices. Great live as always last night. I really enjoyed it. Oh, it was so informative, and I'm loving the guests that y'all are having. The guests that y'all have is great, and what was I going to say? I would love to see you go on his channel. Let me see. What was it? Fire Pit. Was it Fire Pit Conversations was his channel? I can't remember his channel name. I know it's Fire Pit something, but I would love for you to be on his channel as a guest and give like your like thoughts and then like interview you to get your story out there. That would be so great. But I just thought the whole like that was great. It's always good. I'm loving the guests. What else was I going to say too? Oh yeah, I was on my treadmill. Well, I was working out, so I did strength training, and then I was on my treadmill. So I really didn't get to be in the chat as much as I wanted to up until near the end. But I was watching and I was listening, just so you know.
The city, you know, Chicago was bad or they were just terrible. Yeah. I love Chicago. Or like the organization wasn't like, I love the McCaskies, you know.
It was
it's all love. It's just my time of where I was at in the positioning of my life. Like I was
in your personal life where you were at and how you were able to deal with it or not deal with it. It didn't, you know, coincide with you being able to do what was necessary in Chicago and still have that.
Like I said, it just wasn't a good fit for him.
That joy.
And they don't realize too, you growing up. You know what I'm saying? You becoming you from
came out of junior.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, same thing. I was 21, we got drafted, so that.
And it was a different time because you got to think like Montgomery didn't play during the NIL deals. So he talked about whenever he first got money, like he thought he had a responsibility to pay for his family. Like he wasn't financially educated. I don't know what college he went to, but obviously it wasn't a program that gave him financial literacy education. Like a lot of these programs offer that now, but you know, he didn't have that. He thought he had a responsibility to, I guess, take care of his family, that while also struggling with the Bears because their season, like I said, under what was his name, Nagy or whatever his name was, the coach that the Bears had before Ben Johnson, it like that just was not a good fit for him. So I get it. Like it's different than seeing how these players are today where, you know, they come in with their NIL or their endorsement deals and they have money and they're able to keep a lot of their NFL rookie contract money. But it was different for him.
Those first couple of years when family, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we made it. You know what I'm saying? That's time where you still football is the main. That's what we gotta do. This is what we got here for. But that whole time I've been living my whole life planning on trying to work and grind and figure it out. Now I got family here. So that whole time of like maturing is nothing to do with the city. It ain't nothing to do with the ball play. Like I'm trying to get right, but I can see how you saying that 1,000%. Growing up at the same time you trying to get your league stuff to go on.
For sure, because I was trying to do, bro, the craziest thing for me is I was trying to like fulfill everybody's everybody else's expectations but my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Happening was like everybody's expectations were different. So the expectation that I was meeting on this side, it was clashing with this side. And what was happening was I was forgetting about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always say like, I can't be optimal for everybody else if I'm not optimal for myself.
Ooh, that's great. That's very great information to get out there, especially if other athletes are seeing this. You know, you can't just pour into other people's cups all the time. If you're pouring into other cups, like your cup's going to run empty. You have to have self-care. There's nothing wrong with having self-care for yourself. Like some people, let's see, attribute that to being selfish. It's not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. You have to be able to take care of yourself so you can help others.
True.
I was tore up. Like my rookie year was the hardest year of like my career. I've been through hard shit in my life. You know, I didn't people get killed. I lost my brother to the system. I lost one of my other close friends.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look into Montgomery's story. He just said that he lost his brother to the system. I'm gonna have to look into that story. That's so sad. And it's like I said, you know, talking about depending, I don't know the information regarding his brother, right? But a lot of the times these states are just conviction hungry and they'll just see what sticks because they're trying to advance in their careers. So these people who can't afford a good defense attorney, they end up falling into the system, even though they probably shouldn't really be in the system. Now, I don't know what case, like, I haven't even looked into all the details here, but it would just, I don't know, like, it would just be so sad if it was a case where it really could have been not beyond a reasonable doubt, and with a good defense team, his brother could have got out. But I don't, like I said, I don't know. I'll have to look into this because now, like, I'm really interested in his story.
To, you know what I'm saying, getting killed. And then another one, like, it just was, I was used to that. I was poor, all that. Nobody, I don't feel sorry for myself. Nobody care about that. But, like, it's a different battle when you playing ball and, like, you know like, that's your escape. That's where you go.
I look at that as him feeling sorry for himself. Like, I look at that as him just telling a story. Like, he's telling a story. He's informing people of what his situation was. I don't look at that as, like, him making excuse or wanting people to feel sorry for him. I'm sure some people out there would take it that way, but I don't see it that way. I'm more open-minded.
Get away from all of the shit that's happening outside of the
Yes.
And then you get inside to the lines and it's like, damn, like I got all this pressure of trying to fulfill the expectations of everybody else. And I wasn't, I'm like, I felt like I was failing.
Like, it's no longer escape. It's a higher expectation on it that it's not your joy anymore. Like, I understand what you're saying, dude. Like it's especially with you, like you said, you being young, like you done ran into all this money. So now you really you the breadwinner and you're trying to take care of everything, make sure everybody is taken care of. You got all that on top of you. Now you got the pressures of being like, you know what? I'm the man of the whole house, the whole family, dude. I'm taking care of this. I'm taking care of that. Now, damn, what if I don't play well? Like it, now, you know, and you still not even getting to that point of where you're worried about that because you're worried about trying to keep everybody else happy and not focus on what you need to do to make sure you're good so that you can keep continuing to play well and earn that money so that you can take care of your family.
For sure. Like that's an uncomfortable position to be in. And I definitely like feel like God put like certain people in those positions because, you know,
facts.
But like when you in it and you in the mix, bro, like you like, bro, what is this? Like you can have all the money and shit back, you can have it back. Just let me be normal again. And then it's like, you know what? I worked hard. I prayed for that position. And like I would be disrespecting God if I gave it back. So I'm like, you know
Wow,
what?
that's well said. Like that just goes back to God-given talent. Like, you know, if he would have took that talent for granted and then just left his career, like, man, he would have been disrespecting what God probably called him to do.
Let me just let me rely on him. You know, a lot of pressure to be the pressure.
Get into your word. Yes.
Get into your word.
Rely on him.
Man, I was going to ask you that question, bro, because you were saying, like, people don't know. You said everybody goes through stuff, and you saying, no, like, people was murdered in your fam and all of this stuff. And just being able to understand, like, you have to have your own peace, and you being able to be like, man, I had to go find that, so God's not putting that on. God won't put you in a position to handle stuff that you don't think you can handle. So when I'm hearing you telling your story,
I don't believe in that. I take that with a grain of salt. You know, a lot of people have the misconception, hey, God won't put more on you than what you can handle. I don't necessarily believe in that. I think God will challenge you. Look at Job, y'all. Job didn't have the brightest story, right? Job had to be very patient because he went through a ton of trials and tribulations. I do think God will challenge you. And it's not always going to be easy. Life ain't easy, y'all. Life ain't easy. There's going to be times where you feel like the load's a little bit too much to handle.
everybody, you don't, when you don't say your stories, people don't really know what you've been through.
I found out from Pooh Man that you are not going to be live tonight. I was a little bit upset, but it'll be okay. I know that you said that you're going to make it up to everybody on Sunday because you're waiting for your computer to get back. So I understand, but we're definitely going to be missing Go Cree Live tonight, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? They just like, oh, no, they don't care. But when you let people know what's going on, people hearing it, this is really good for me. You know what I'm saying? You just letting people know, like, at the end of the day, there's an inner peace that you're going to have. Like seeing Chris Johnson, life happens so fast. Like, life is too short for us to be sitting there like, no, tripping on what everybody else going on. We could slow down, you know what I'm saying, and just be able to be at peace. So I appreciate you putting that out here and letting people know, like, at the end of the day, people have struggles. Everybody got stuff going on.
That's very real. Everyone has struggles. Everyone got something going on. Like, y'all, life ain't always sunshine and rainbows for everybody, okay? Not even me. I can be on live sometime, and then I get off live, and I'm crying. I won't even hold you. Because, trust me, life be lifing.
And when you saying that, like, just know people are hearing for you, and I respect you so much, brother, because that's the way. You know what I'm saying? That's the way.
Love, bro. I appreciate that for real.
Love,
hey,
bro.
man, speaking of y'all defense over there, man, what is that like practicing against them boys, man?
You all know he's with Houston now. I'm so interested in what he has to say with going up against Houston's defense. Because let me tell you, Will Anderson Jr., they got Henry Toa from Alabama. And I think, what's the other one? Stingley? Is the other one Stingley? Man, that defense is if I had to pick, I'm going to go through my top defenses, but I'll give y'all a little sneak peek. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all who my number one defense is. That is Houston. Houston is my number one defense. I love Houston's defense.
Bro, like I ain't gonna lie.
Boys, fire.
Listen, I done played it with I played with Khalil Mack. I played with Aiden Hutchinson. When I first got to the league, bro, I was going against the front line that I was going against Leonard Floyd.
Yes.
Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Bilal Nichols. We had Kyle Fuller on the corner, Eddie Jackson at the safety, Prince Mukamara on the other side. We had Buster Screen at the nickel. We had Danny Trevathan at linebacker, Roquan Smith at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
That defense was crazy. I was a rookie. I've never in my life seen a defense like the Texans. Will Anderson gets off the ball so fast.
I knew he was going to bring up Will Anderson Jr. I just knew it. I said, I bet you he is going to talk about how fast Will Anderson Jr. gets off that ball. Y'all, Will Anderson Jr., he's my favorite. My favorite defensive player. He has been since Alabama. He's something special. I'm telling you. Like, y'all, he is something special. It's crazy. His athleticism is insane to me. They call him the Terminator for a reason, okay?
size. You think he jumping off size. And he's strong, bro. Like, you got the whole back engine, bro. Like, Kamari, CB, Sting. You got Petrie, bro, like animals. You got Aziz leading the charge in the middle. You got Henry, like, bro, like the defense. If you don't get better on
is who he's talking about.
offense, bro, it's because, like, you soft as hell.
Hey, no question.
That means you don't want to fight.
You don't want to fight. No, listen, man. We here to fight. We here to fight in the fishbowl, baby.
You got into it. Anyways, moving on. I want to hear what he has to say about leaving the Lions. So we're gonna play that now.
Hit the like button, whatever it is, because we got everything y'all need, man. Listen, and what you ain't looking for, you gonna be looking for it then.
Subscribe or Debo gonna whoop your ass.
Y'all subscribe or Debo's gonna whoop your ASS.
Hey, in your process of being traded, like, you know, going through what, you know, being successful right there in Detroit, y'all having that great year, all the way leading up to you know, the championship game, and then coming back down to where you're being traded. Like, what was your thought process, or what were you hoping for? Is that something that you know you wanted to happen, that you were hoping to happen, or you were trying?
I don't know how he would hope for that to happen, because I feel like this news took everyone by surprise. Everyone thought they were going to keep Sonic and Knuckles, y'all. That's what the nickname for Gibbs and Montgomery. They were called Sonic and Knuckles. I didn't think anybody's seen that duo getting broke up.
You know, stay there as long as you could, or just, you know, tell me what was the dynamics of what led to you actually.
I mean,
Houston.
Quite frankly, honestly, when I was in Detroit, I thought I was going to be there for the rest of my career.
Wow.
Like,
He thought he was going to be there for the rest of his career, and I think a lot of people thought that.
The city of Detroit, they showed me an immense amount of love. Coach Campbell, dope coach, you know. But, you know, like, when you get a little older playing the game.
We have 3 a.m. in the building now. We got Cree in the building, and we got Derek. So we're at 113, and
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss stealing.
My bad. I had Pooh Man's still up. Well, let's go to Cree's drop.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Shout out to Go Cree. Shout out to 3 a.m. Got 3 a.m. in the building. Go to his drop. If I didn't pass it, hopefully I didn't pass it. No, I passed it. I passed it, y'all. I know it's right in here. Am I tripping? Huh. Oh, it's right here. I was tripping. Shout out to you, 3 a.m. And we have Derek. He said, leave Chelsea alone. You already know, Derek. You already know.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Hunter? I'm the one who's telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin nigga. Like a gremlin.
It never gets old, y'all. It never gets old. Shout out to you, Derek. What's up, Erroneous E? Good to have you in the building. Erroneous E, I got a question for you. What do you think about... He's got 2 first names as a name, but what's his name? Is it George Paul or Paul George? Anyways, what do you think about him going to the Celtics? Because they traded Jason Tatum to the Sixers. What do you think about that? I gotta have your thoughts if you think that that's a good fit for the Celtics.
Hey, you a bad
Shout out to you, Erroneous E. Chaperone's laugh gets me every time. Yeah, it's like the way Derek had us laughing with that. We were all hollering, y'all.
Hit the like button, whatever it is.
Okay, let's go back to it where we were at.
But you know, like when you get a little older playing the game and like at a professional level, and you start to kind of see how things unfold.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get met with like a tough decision, and you know I was met with that, and it was inevitable that it was happening. I mean, me and Jameer doing stuff together, like that was an amazing. Like we go down as I don't care what nobody said. I think we the best running back duo to kind of do it together. And the thing that we did in the time span that we did it in.
Paul George ain't Jaylen Brown. No more. 7 years ago, he was comparable. Yeah. So here's my thing. I do like the fact that they got like 2 first-round picks. This is what What's a King to a God told me. Shout out to What's a King to a God. I got to play his drop now that I think about it. We're going to go back to the drop screen. But he said that they got 2 first-round draft picks and 2 second-round draft picks. So I'm not too mad at this. But it is an interesting move on the Celtics' part. I think we all knew Jaylen was going to go, though. Anyways, let me play What's a King to a God's drop, if I can find it. Shout out to What's a King to a God.
Hit the like button, whatever it is.
Back to it, y'all. Back to it.
Sure.
But everybody try to make it against me versus Ja, but like people don't understand, like that's my little brother. When he came in, like it was about me ensuring that I was able to get the most out of him, but he can help me improve too so that we can do the special thing we're able to do. Like if we weren't able if I wasn't able to be selfless and he wasn't able to be selfless, there's no way we would be able to get some of the things done that we did.
1,000%.
Truth. He's
and
talking
you know,
about,
people like
again, this is David Montgomery. He played for the Lions. He was RB2. You had Jahmyr Gibbs, RB1. But everyone called them Sonic and Knuckles. And now that duo's broken up. But I agree with him. Like, they wouldn't have accomplished what they accomplished if it was over him being selfish and wanting to leave. And he said himself, you know, he wanted to stay. And I think it took everyone by surprise that they broke up the duo. But again, typical Lions behavior.
Try to create their own narrative and their own perception of how they think that I treated it. But in all actuality, like, it was something that was out of my hands. And when it came, like, I was sick. I was sad that I had to leave. But it's the business part of it. I wish them nothing but, you know, respect, and I hope that whatever they're trying to do, like we get to see them at some point, and it'll be a fun matchup.
Okay, so something that I just noticed. He said respect. Notice he said respect. He wishes them nothing but respect, but he did not say he wishes them the best. I ain't mad at it, y'all. I'm telling you, the Lions ticked me off. Not only after how they did Montgomery, but then you add in how they did Terry and Arnold. I'm really upset. I'm starting to get really ticked off with the Lions. So, it is what it is.
I'm always gonna have love for Detroit. You know, that's always gonna be home for me, and I'm always gonna love that city. But I'm in Houston now. You know, I'm in the
I
8,
think
so it's
he's a
time to
great
go.
fit for Houston. I think they really addressed the running back problem, so I'm excited to see if the running back situation for Houston improves having him added onto the roster. But moving on, let's see. What else did I want to talk about? I think we covered all of those topics. Now we can get into some of the news going on right now for the NBA and also the NFL. Shout out to CDT Beats. He sent me this. I don't know what it's about.
Breaking news
but
overnight.
It's something with, I think, a former Atlanta player in trouble. So we'll see. I didn't get to watch it. I just saved it.
Police charged a man for killing his own mother. Officers found her inside her Buckhead townhome. Channel 2's Darren Moore is live for us in Northwest Atlanta outside the jail.
Who's charged with killing his own mother? Hold on, I gotta go back.
Breaking news overnight. Police charged a man for killing his own mother.
So it just
Officers
said a man.
found her
I don't know who yet. We're gonna get into the who.
Inside her Buckhead townhome. Channel 2's Darren Moore is live for us in Northwest Atlanta outside the jail. Where Darren, this morning, the victim's son is behind bars facing murder charges.
Yeah, and it was a welfare check that led police to the home. And as you said, the victim's son is here at the Fulton County Jail charged with murder.
Not the Fulton County Jail, y'all. Well, not the Fulton County Jail. Remember how it is over here. We believe in innocent until proven guilty, and the state has the highest burden to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a defendant committed these crimes. Just always going to throw that little reminder in there, okay? These are just alleged crimes right now. Just because you see a news headline doesn't mean he did it. We got to see the facts. We got to see the case before we get into he's guilty.
Tuesday afternoon, when Atlanta police showed up at a Buckhead townhome on Roswell Road on a welfare check, officers found a 71-year-old woman dead inside. Investigators charged her son, Kiari Campbell, in connection to her death.
Wait, it's the player's brother. So, hold on, y'all. Is it the player's brother who committed the crime? I gotta look more into this. This is crazy to me.
She died, but collected enough evidence to charge the victim's son with murder.
We're trying to determine the exact details of what transpired in the time frame. So the neighbors have been helpful. We've been able to locate some valuable information.
And family members told police Campbell has a history of mental illness. He's also the brother of former Atlanta Falcons defensive end Calais Campbell.
So Calais Campbell's brother committed these crimes. And I'm assuming, I don't know if his brother had a career playing as well, like at any level. But this is crazy.
Now, police said they did show up at the victim's townhome back in April.
Let me look into his brother, though, because I need to look into if his brother ever played.
I'll have that part of the story coming up in the next half hour. In Northwest Atlanta, Darren Moore, Channel 2 Action News this morning.
Oh, Darren, thank you. And ESPN received this statement from the Campbell family that reads in part, quote, "We're devastated to share that the Campbell family has lost its matriarch, Mrs. Natiel Campbell. We ask for privacy at this time so that we may honor her and share in our overwhelming grief
y'all with
privately."
the kid list. Which brother is this? Which brother? Did they say the brother name? I gotta go back and watch this because, y'all, he's got a lot of siblings. Calais Campbell has a lot of siblings.
And as a family. Breaking news overnight, police charged a man for killing his own mother. Officers found her inside her Buckhead townhome. Channel 2's Darren Moore is live for us in Northwest Atlanta outside the jail. Where Darren, this morning, the victim's son is behind bars facing murder charges.
Yeah, and it was a welfare check that led police to the home. And as you said, the victim's son is here at the Fulton County Jail charged with murder. But this all happened Tuesday afternoon when Atlanta police showed up at a Buckhead townhome on Roswell Road on a welfare check. Officers found a 71-year-old woman dead inside.
Okay, so I'm just getting everything mixed up. The two C names are throwing me off. So Kiera Campbell's brother is Calais Campbell. The two C names were throwing me off. Okay, and y'all know, like, Calais Campbell, I think he's with the Ravens right now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's with the Ravens right now. But I'm going to look into this brother.
Son, Kiari Campbell, in connection to her death. Now, police didn't say how she died, but collected enough evidence to charge the victim's son.
I just realized what I did. See, I'm getting them mixed up again. But anyways, it was Calais Campbell's brother. Calais, I don't know if I said it already, but Calais, I think, is with the Ravens right now.
We're trying to determine the exact details of what transpired in the time frames. The neighbors have been helpful. We've been able to locate some valuable information.
And family members told police Campbell has a history of mental illness. He's also the brother of former Atlanta Falcons defensive end Calais Campbell. Now, police said they did show up at the victim's townhome back in April, but I'll have that part of the story coming up in the next half hour. In Northwest Atlanta, Darren Moore, Channel 2 Action News this morning.
Oh, Darren, thank you. And ESPN received this statement from the Campbell family that reads in part, quote, "We're devastated to share that the Campbell family has lost its matriarch, Mrs. Natiel Campbell. We ask for privacy at this time so that we may honor her and share in our overwhelming grief privately."
Y'all, here's what I'm wondering. Did his brother also play, like, at any level? Because I was trying to Google him, but all that keeps popping up is Calais Campbell's brother. It doesn't necessarily say Kiera Campbell played, but I'm wondering, does he have, like, any former background in playing football? Could he have had CTE? Y'all, for those of you who don't know, you cannot get diagnosed with CTE until after you pass away. So even if he does have it, we wouldn't know until after he passes away. And that's if he had also played in college or high school level or, you know, at any level playing tackle football. But that's crazy news. That's sad. Like, that's so sad. The brother that's mentioned, hold on, I'm trying to read what you said, 18. That happened on a community here. Wait, are you, 18, I thought you were in South Carolina. Oh, wait, no, you're talking about how that happened in a community here in South Carolina. The lady's son took a sword off the wall, and dang, that's brutal. I can't read too much about that because I get, y'all know I don't like watching crime shows. I'm a little bit too sensitive for all that. But this is really devastating news. Like, I just can't imagine. Okay, so I'm trying to gather my thoughts, y'all. This is why I can't watch too many crime stories, because, like, it takes me a while to gather my thoughts, because I get so in shock over everything. But I'm gonna take a break, play Auntie A-Team's drop, because shout out to Auntie A-Team, she is in the building. So let's play Auntie A-Team's drop.
I'm gonna take on the room now. Yeah, A-Team, you tell him. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Auntie A-Team. Okay, let's see. Moving on to the next one. We're going to get into some NBA, y'all, because there is some news about Malik Beasley, and I'm sure y'all have heard about the gambling scandal.
About, LeBron needing a 3-and-D player. One of his former 3-and-D players is in the news today. Shams broke the internet coming out and saying the 9-year NBA veteran Malik Beasley has been indicted on federal charges for gambling related to a sports betting scheme such as point shaving and prop bets. His attorney, Steve Haney, tells ESPN the government is coordinating a voluntary surrender of Beasley this week. There's some tweets here from Brick Center, including some unclassified or declassified. I don't know what the word is. The text from the people. With 5 seconds left, crash the boards right here to get.
Has steamy stories. Have you never seen A-Team's channel, Steamy Stories, where she reads stories?
The over, boom, ended up grabbing that board right there with just 5 seconds left in the game. There's more video footage of it though. Said he's been gambling. Here he is going coast to coast with 5 seconds left, like his life depended on it.
Everybody's analyzing all his plays now, and I get it because it does look very suspicious. And I remember everyone talking about this back then. They were saying, who was he betting on? Because that looked suspicious, and now it's coming up.
Just to cut the lead from 9 to 7, he takes the ball, runs up court, takes this layup or dunk, and ends up getting that spread to be under.
Hey,
wow. Also,
Auntie A-Team's channel, Steamy Stories, in the chat, so Erroneous E can go subscribe to her channel.
Funny enough, this was the last play of this man's NBA career. Him catching this pass wide open from Cade Cunningham ended up going out of bounds and resulted in them being eliminated from the NBA playoffs as well. Guys, your reaction to yet another professional athlete involved in a point-shaving prop betting scandal.
All right, look, prize. These dang little ads. I forgot. I haven't reacted to a Speakeasy one in a few days, so I forgot that they do this. But I'll fast forward to hopefully when it ends. Dang, when is this in? Okay, I'm just gonna play it here.
In lineups for free. Prize picks. It's good to be right. If you're
Who man, greatest mod in the YouTube streets. Thank you for dropping Steamy Stories channel, aka A-Team.
If you're stupid enough to get caught in the manner in which Malik Beasley got caught point shaving, then you deserve whatever the hell happens to you. Because number one, you are playing with individuals' hard-earned money. They work.
Let me just say this. So this is a federal case, right? We all know the conviction rate for federal cases is way higher than what it would be for states, right? That's the difference between state cases and federal cases. The conviction rate is way higher. They come with way more proof than what the state would. Now, that being said, it's still innocent until proven guilty, and just like the state has the burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt, so does the feds. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. So we always have to be reminded of that. I know people are looking at this and they're like, yeah, he did it. And then you also look at the footage and you're like, well, that looks suspicious. But just keep in mind, it's still innocent until proven guilty. And this, I almost said the state. I mean, technically, that's not wrong. State and the federal court system has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant committed this crime. Now that I preferenced all of that, maybe it was just a hobby, y'all. Maybe it was just a hobby. Let's see. I got this one drop, y'all. I got this one drop. If you know what I'm getting at, you kind of know the reference I'm making here. But maybe it was just
I do not have a problem.
maybe he didn't have a problem. Maybe it's just a hobby. All right, back to it, y'all. Oh, wrong screen.
About LeBron needing a 3-and-D player.
I'll definitely be playing that one a lot. With all the sports betting going on, definitely going to be playing that drop from Michael Jordan.
Hard-earned money. They work. their 9 to 5s, you're playing a child's game for millions of dollars, and because you have somehow squandered away your millions of dollars, now you are going to squander away individuals hundreds or thousands of dollars because you are in debt, and you're dumb enough to get caught in such a idiotic way. So I do not necessarily feel bad for the outcome.
Y'all, I can't stand the way people speak. They speak as if he's already guilty. I don't like that. Like, you have to use alleged. You have to say, you know, he's innocent until proven guilty. I get that it would be easy to do, right? You look at this and you're like, yeah, he did it, right? I get it. But it's still innocent until proven guilty.
There more. Did y'all realize the stupidity of what Malik Beasley was saying, putting things in writing, so egregious as to, man, thank God we got that last rebound. After just getting that last rebound, and then having your homeboy say, hey, bro, switch to Snapchat because that's going to be a little bit more exclusive. How about you just don't do it? And if you do it, how about you make a phone call and put nothing in writing? Malik Beasley was dumb. Co-conspirator was dumb. Everybody involved was dumb. And the fact of the matter is they got caught in 4K, and now you finna pay a 4K penalty.
Remember, all this evidence has to be proved beyond a reasonable doubt, right? And for those of you who don't know, Beasley did plead in court. I think today, actually, he pleaded not guilty. So he's going to be putting up a legal battle now. And it's a federal case, so it's gonna look a lot different, okay? Because the conviction rates are higher in federal cases, but it's still innocent until proven guilty, and they have to, you know, present all the evidence and prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Man, when guys do stuff like this, man, you know this is not what they do. You never put anything in writing that can be traced back. You just make a phone call. We're going to FaceTime. That's what you do. You know what you're doing is wrong. You know eventually you're going to get caught. But we go choices, decisions, and consequences. And I know in the National Football League, they own it. They own it. You're not getting away with it. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time when you're going to get caught.
Know. See, this is my thing. This is what I've been talking about with some of my friends who are athletes, right? Like, I'm just like, how can you prove if someone is using an anonymous account through like a family member or a friend? Unless they're a whistleblower and they tell, those things can go unnoticed, undetected. If you're using a family member's account and it's not under your name, there's no tie, like your bank account's not linked to it. None of your information is linked to it. It's simply all their information. All you're doing is giving them cash money to deposit into their bank account, and then they sports bet for you, right? How can you track all that? I don't think you can. I think it's so out of control now. I don't see how there's not someone in the NFL not getting away with this.
But for the life of me, this is what we call hustling backwards.
Yep.
I'm risking millions to make thousands. What are we doing? I'm risking millions to make thousands? I don't understand it. You can't even feel sorry for somebody because you brought this on yourself. And you texting and it looks so obvious. Like you sprinting down the court like your life depends on it to get this done. I mean, that ass whooping that Sua Cravens gave him in the apartment building in Colorado, you thought that would be enough for Malik Beasley. And it wasn't. And so Sua Cravens, my boy, put them paws on him, hands and feet. Y'all ain't pull him up, pull it up.
I know Sua Cravens.
Yeah. Sua Cravens, my dog, boy, put them hands. You thought that would have slapped some sense into him, and it didn't.
Bruh, that's why I love having TJ on here. He gonna speak that truth.
Yeah,
it's honestly the craziest day in sports. We will get to the World Cup match that was just decided by PKs, but staying here a little bit longer. Do you at all, Tito, feel bad for Beasley in the sense that at the point at which you get indicted and you get caught for point shaving, the penalty, bro?
Innocent until proven guilty. I know that people are looking at everything and they're like, he's guilty. I get it. But just keep in mind, it's innocent until proven guilty.
Could be.
You know what?
Like, it could be tens.
Does he have kids?
I would assume, but it's a guess.
When you have children, I do feel sorry for him. I shouldn't have said, but he brought it on himself.
Yeah.
Because now his kids have to suffer because of the mistakes of their father. So I do feel sorry from that perspective of his children.
Was that athlete insider information who put belt to Beasley? Ooh, that's a good, like, we need to look more into that because I was curious about that too.
We as men, we know what we doing. And I don't know how the NBA is, but I know how the NFL is.
Can you break down, because exclusively in the speakeasy, you played 12 years with a lot of people. Can you break down how in the hell does an athlete who has all this money get caught in debt?
I don't know how it. I'll bet you.
Yep.
I ain't betting on no game because I can't even watch the game in peace. I'm mad at everything.
Yep.
Like, if somebody betted on a game I'm playing and I drop the ball, I know they hate me. If I miss a shot, like, it's just,
okay,
I don't
understand. Erroneous. October 2019, in an apartment lobby fight involving Malik Beasley and NFL safety Sua Cravings occurred in Denver, Colorado, and was famously caught on a security footage. I'm gonna have to play that tomorrow. We're gonna have to play that tomorrow now that I'm reading about this. But it was caught on security footage. The physical altercation in the building lobby was reportedly sparked by a dispute over Instagram model Montana Yayo. I don't know who this girl is, but it was sparked over a girl. Y'all, they're fighting over an Instagram model. We're definitely gonna have to play that security cam footage. That is hilarious. That is too funny.
And how you get to this point, like you betting 5,000.
Yeah.
Dudes blow five. You know this. Dude's gonna blow $5,000 just going out in 30 minutes. You betting 10, 15, 20,000. You gonna blow that with your homeboys on a weekend. You start betting 100,000. That's because you losing. Once you start losing, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I better stop this. Because Vegas is Vegas for a reason.
Y'all, it's just a hobby. He didn't mean nothing by it. He ain't got no problem. Let's go back to that drop.
No, I enjoy it. I do not have a problem.
About LeBron needing a 3 and D.
I think we covered all of that I wanted to cover, but we are definitely going to get into that security cam footage with Beasley and that Instagram model, because that's interesting. That one's gonna be interesting. Okay, so I have one that Eric Jordan sent me. Y'all, I didn't really want to get into this again because I feel like I've hinted. I don't know. I feel like I've discussed this so many times. But Eric Jordan sent me this in the Discord, and I was like, okay, it might trigger me just based off how the title was, but I'm going to break it down, go over where there's misinformation in this, and of course, y'all, it's over the Terrion Arnold case. So here we go.
A photo of Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold appearing in court. If you take a look, this is a suicide vest. This was the scene this afternoon.
Starting off strong with this, right? I told y'all, sometimes they put these measures on high-profile cases to protect them. It doesn't necessarily mean that this person is suicidal, okay? And of course, like whenever he appeared in court, he was not in any type of suicide preventative measures or anything like that. He was fine. I think they were just trying to make sure he was going to be safe.
Tampa. Tonight, he's being held without bond after being arrested on multiple counts, including robbery and kidnapping.
What? Robbery? Kidnapping? You're in the NFL. You're on a $14 million contract. What are you talking about, robbery and kidnapping?
Is the man retarded?
On February 4th,
Y'all, we're starting off strong. I'm so ticked off already. Hopefully my blood pressure does not spike listening to this because, like I said, I've told y'all, so many people in the media were criticizing Terrion Arnold, saying, oh, he shouldn't have done this, acting as if he was already guilty of committing these crimes without knowing any of the evidence, any of the case. And then you get to the bond hearing, and it's revealed to you, because even the judge tells the state, hey, you don't have enough convincing evidence, not even with like text messages or social media activity. You have nothing from his device linking him to this crime. You can't even place him at the scene of the crime. All you are going off of is these two girls' witness testimonies who have already been convicted. With that, the judge granted bond to Terrion Arnold. He gave him a work release, and he also told the state, hey, he doesn't have to wear an ankle monitor either. So, oh man, I already know I'm going to be repeating this over and over again, but it just ticks me off.
prosecutors allege Arnold directed a group to lure 3 men to an apartment where the victims were robbed, beaten, and held at gunpoint, saying Arnold believed the men had stolen more than $200,000 worth of his personal items during a stay in his Airbnb property. But investigators say they later found no evidence to prove the victims were involved in the theft.
We say it take a village to raise a child. But what if the village is retarded?
And that Arnold reported his property missing just hours before the alleged attack.
If Arnold wanted to get his get back, why would he report it to the police beforehand? I mean, what if the bodyguard, because the bodyguard was involved, now keep in mind, the bodyguard isn't testifying against Terrion Arnold, right? The bodyguard isn't saying, none of the men in this case are saying that Terrion Arnold had anything to do with this. It's only the 2 women. But what if the bodyguard heard about Terrion Arnold having this money and these missing luxury items, heard about him reporting it to the police, and that bodyguard said, hey, I'm going to take matters into my own hands, and he gathered this group together and was going to go forth with this plan. What if it had nothing to do with Terrion Arnold? See what I'm saying? There's just too much doubt that can be brought to this case. Because, like I said, the state can't even show text messages or social media activity from Terrion Arnold's own device proving or linking him to this crime. Oh, man. I got so many issues with this.
Stupid, or are you stupid?
People this stupid shouldn't be allowed to live.
Police had previously arrested 6 other people who were allegedly involved. 2 of them have since pleaded guilty.
Lock them up.
Arnold is being held tonight without bond. If convicted, he faces up to life in prison.
Life! You're done. You're washed.
He is not done. If he was done, the judge wouldn't have even granted him bond, a work release, or told the state, hey, you don't have enough evidence for me to deny him bond, decline a work release, or make him wear a GPS tracking monitor. Like, if he was done, the judge wouldn't have told the state, hey, you really got nothing. You got probable cause, because you got those 2 girls' testimonies, but that's it. None of the other defendants are testifying against Arnold.
So, let me get this straight. Terrion Arnold, who's entering into his 3rd year with the Detroit Lions, who signed a $14 million fully...
how the Lions did him. They recently released him, even though the judge told the state, hey, you don't got enough evidence for me to deny him bond, not grant him a work release, or make him wear a tracking monitor, right? The Lions still release him. It's so foolish to me. It's innocent until proven guilty, and the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a defendant committed these crimes.
Guaranteed contract where he received $7+ million as his signing bonus. So that means he received $7 million. Now we'll take into account the taxes afterwards, but he had that immediately put into his account expeditiously upon joining this franchise, not even taking into account the 2 years in which he had already played, so he's earned more money on top of that, not taking into account bonuses and incentives. Well, one way or another, this multi-millionaire
is going to get what's left on his contract, because y'all, the Lions broke their contract, right? So the Lions do owe him like $4-point-something million on his contract for releasing him.
Back in February, had his Airbnb robbed of $250,000 and more, potentially more than $250,000 worth of items that was robbed. There was 3 potential suspects. He happens to enlist the help of 2 harlots age 18.
Because the NFL, like, they do have these workarounds, and this is how the Lions are able to get away with this. But there's something in the contract that's like, I don't want to say it without being exactly correct on it, but there's something in the contract where the Lions could release him, right? And it also could prevent them from paying what's left on his contract, the 4 whatever million it was. Here's the thing though. If Terrion Arnold is found not guilty, and I'm telling you, the case isn't strong for the state. The case isn't strong for the state, especially after hearing what the judge had to say. I mean, if he's found not guilty, the Lions could end up having to pay him. There could be repercussions for the Lions. It doesn't always happen that way, but if Terrion Arnold decides if he's found not guilty and then pursues some type of action, it couldn't be in a court system, because y'all know there's another thing that you have to sign that doesn't hold the NFL responsible for, work-related firings or releases, whatever you want to call it. But it's just, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to let it keep playing. I know I'm rambling.
19 to now lure these men into a set location to where they will be met, unbeknownst to them, by 2 other hooligan rapscallions hiding in closets. How apropos this happened in the month of June. That would have been quite hilarious. So that's neither here nor there as they exit the closet like motherfucking Phil Leotardo, like this episode of Sopranos. But one way or another, they take these 2 nincompoops who were lured into this set location by the 2 harlots. They proceed to get pistol whipped, death threats, all while they're being battered and bruised and being questioned about the whereabouts of this over $250,000 worth of belongings that was stolen. All while this is all being live streamed, according to the affidavit.
Remember, the state didn't present evidence to the judge of any text messages, phone calls, or social media activity proving from Arnold's device any connection to this. So I don't know where this whole speculation of the live streaming thing is coming from, but the judge told the state that they didn't have nothing with that when it comes to Terrion Arnold's device. So I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about here.
Stream to Terrion Arnold, who's on the way to the crime scene with 2 other constituents.
Now, here's another thing. The investigator said in a police report that Terrion Arnold wasn't at the scene. Terrion Arnold didn't even show up till they called him. So even that can be disputed.
For the men can even arrive, the 3rd victim who was sitting in the car awaiting the two of his friends to make their way back outside. He got concerned, so he found himself going inside to go and check what's happening. I saw you going with two harlots. I thought y'all was gonna go run a two-man. Turns out
I get annoyed because it's just so much misinformation in this.
you walked into the wrong house. He was met at the door by gunpoint. He was then pistol whipped and beaten and bludgeoned and bruised and interrogated about where the whereabouts of the items happened to be. Terrion Arnold and his two constituents happened to pull up, and the 7 of them proceeded to threaten and rob these 3 individuals for over $6,000 of their belongings, whether it had been their jackets, their phones, their wallets, their jewelry. So you came in here to try to get some sort of information for the belongings that you happen to have lost. You then rob the people who you claim were indeed the suspects. And here's the biggest thing. The day before they do this mafia-style interrogation and shakedown, Terrion Arnold reports his goddamn things stolen. So despite the fact you went and reported them stolen, you still decided to go forth.
I don't think I'm gonna make it through this video. I'll just be honest with you. Don't think I'm gonna make it through the video because there's just too much misinformation. Obviously, we know the new news that came out on this story. I broke this all down for you. Let's see. With what the judge had to say on this. Because even the judge spoke in Terrion Arnold's favor. And I'm going to zoom into this. But even the judge said that he determined that while prosecutors established probable cause, the evidence did not warrant pre-trial detention, which means they were not going to keep him. They were not going to deny him bond. There was no physical evidence linking Arnold to the scene, no incriminating text messages or social media activity. He also said, like, from his device, they had nothing. So, I don't think I'm going to make it through that video. I'll just be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to make it through. I gave you all the facts of this case. And I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to bring you all the facts of this case because I'm tired of seeing the misinformation that people are presenting. It's very unfortunate. And I hope that whoever they get on the jury, I hope it's in Terrion Arnold's favor. I hope they get someone like me who is educated or has educated themselves on what's been going on and not just assuming he's guilty. I hope they look at all of the things that's been said from the judge and they have an understanding. Now, I'm sure the prosecution, they're going to be questioning the jury as well. They're going to ask them questions. Hey, have you been keeping up with this trial? So far, sometimes that doesn't always impact whether you get put on a jury or not. But they will ask that question. Guaranteed that. The question will be asked, hey, are you familiar with this case? All right, y'all. That's all I have to say about that. I'm going to close out with a motivational video. And CDTBs will be live at 8 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock, so that's also why I wanted to end it. If I'm being honest with y'all, that's kind of why I wanted to end this live. Not only was I just not going to be able to make it through that whole video, CDTB is going to be live at 8 o'clock. So, y'all know I'm going to end it. But let's close out with the motivational video.
Focus on our haters, we give them life. Stop focusing on them. I know a lot of people like haters because it gives them motivation to do better. Once you know there's a hater, then just keep it moving, But when we focus on them and make them our primary source of inspiration, that's not good. Because it's going to turn you into something that you never thought you would be. And I think that's how a lot of these channels turn toxic. They get a little bit of haters, they respond, and then they go back and forth, and then their channel builds off of that, and now you got to keep the drama going. You gotta find somebody else, and then the cycle continues. The next thing you know, you making money, but you ain't really feeling good on the inside.
Shout out to Mo, your average logical thinker on YouTube. Great advice, y'all. Don't focus on the haters. Don't make that your sole motivation. You know, it's okay if it motivates you a little bit. I think there's a healthy balance to it. But when your sole focus is your haters, like I said, like that can turn toxic. It can get toxic because then you're just looking for the next hater to motivate you. And it can be an unhealthy balance. But shout out to Mo for that one. All right, y'all. That is going to be it for this live. I will catch you in the next one. Touchdown Tribe. Bye, guys.